Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to Edgewater Ranch. As you can see, we are here in the 8R with the land roller. Just finally finished up field 5 here, this big monster. As you can see, our weeds are taken care of already. Dwight and Tyson actually got going with the sprayer and got the spraying taken care of. So we are going to go ahead and get this last cornfield rolled today. And then our crops are pretty much good. The next thing we'll have to do is we'll have to top dress this corn. But other than that, we got one more round of herbicide to spray on this corn eventually. And then we are done until harvest on the crop ground. So we are slowly getting through everything. One piece at a time here. Ooh, and I'm too close to the fence. There we go. Alright, let's get... Oh, I don't have a GPS line for this guy. Alright. We'll get our headlands knocked out first, and then we'll get the rest of this field done. I really should have taken that tree out too and made that a little more gradual of a corner, but that's alright. So if you guys missed the previous videos this week, be sure to go check them out. Getting into a little car mechanic simulator, little something to expand what is coming to the channel. We might bring some American Truck Sim back as well in the near future. We'll see. But if you're interested in things like Car Mechanic Simulator, be sure to go check those videos out from the last couple of days. I know I enjoy the game. I've done a lot of wrenching in real life, so it's kind of fun to do it on a game where it's a little simpler than real life. There's no snapping of bolts to turn a simple brake job into an all-day ordeal or anything like that. So it is fun. It is relaxing in a way. I don't know. I enjoy it. It's something, I mean, after a while I do get kind of sick of farm sim. I do kind of get burned out on it. You know, it is kind of just how it goes. But that's just me. I'm sure some other people kind of have the same thing happen at times, but just kind of after a while it's the same thing and it does get old, but it's not going anywhere, don't worry. In fact, If you did not already see the video, we will be starting, coming this weekend, a series on FS25. So if you have not seen the video, to go put input on which map you'd like to see and what style of farm you'd like to see, make sure you go check that video out from Monday and leave your feedback on it. We still got a couple more days before kind of make a decision, so I see I missed a spot on this field with the landall. That's okay. We'll get that taken care of next year. It's a little late now. But yeah, so like I said, be sure to go check that video out from Monday and leave your feedback, and we'll see what happens this weekend. So I'm thinking next month we are going to be pretty busy. I believe that we are going to have hay ready to cut, so we're going to be tackling that. Getting that task done, so I think it should be ready next month anyways. We shall see. A little bit of a rough spot there yet. I'm gonna get that smoothed out. Right there. Much, much better. We'll get this edge squared up here. See, this tractor is starting to get a lot of wear on it. I'm gonna have to get that repaired here before harvest, because it is going to get a lot of use once we start combining, with it being our grain cart tractor. Not too sure though why the RPMs keep dropping and then bouncing back. It is kind of odd. Guess I never really paid attention to it. I guess, come to think of it, I don't think it was doing that when we had it on the planner. So let's crank that up. We want to be going a little faster than 10 miles an hour. definitely a nice climb right here. I'm assuming it, yeah, I guess, okay. We are going downhill when it's doing it, so. It's that auto throttle kicking in. It's one thing I definitely do not like about these 8Rs in real life. You know, like ours in the springtime when I'm planting, I'll usually, in the mornings, I'll start the tractor and then I always kick all of my fans on the planter, let everything sit, warm up for a little while, because it's usually chilly in the mornings during planting time. And if you don't remember to press, there's a little button on the side here where it'll restrict it only to whatever you put this throttle to. And if you don't press that, as soon as you hit a hydraulic, tractor just idles way up. And on a cold morning when the tractor's still cold, I don't like doing that. And especially with like the planter, I want my RPMs to stay at a certain place, and that's it. And if you would let it just do its auto throttle, it would not quite work so well with it wanting to idle down at times and things like that. So definitely no bueno there, but I'm sure it has its purpose, just not for me. This Pro Command joystick though, that is my absolute favorite part about this tractor. If you've never driven one, the first time you get in it, it takes some getting used to. It took me a while to get used to this thing, but once I did, oh man, do I love this. Because we use our 8R to plant and run grain cart, and for me, you know, I have all of my main planter functions on my #1 hydraulic, which is always plugged in, or which is what A here is programmed for. So for like folding and unfolding, raising and lowering my wing wheels, and then, you know, raising and lowering the planter when in plant mode, it's all right there on that. I think my hitch is on #2, which is B, the second one there. There's a little button right here. I have my auto steer lock programmed to that. I think that's all that I use for the planter. And then, you know, like my fans, they're on. I just use the buttons for those because I lock those into place anyways. And then for the grain cart, we've gotten it set up to where instead of using this button for the auto steer, we can use it to engage and disengage the PTO. But we only did that a little bit this year because we had a sensor on the steering go out, so we couldn't use the auto steer. But then A was, let's see, so A for #1 was the, I think the gate on the grain cart, and then B, um, our arm can go up and down, like the whole thing. So we had that on there, and then C and D on the back side were moving the spout forward and backwards and side to side. So makes it really handy having, not having to hit all these different buttons all the time. They're all just right there. Your hand's already on that joystick anyways, speeding up, slowing down, things like that. So it definitely is nice to have that all right there. And I see even in the game the tractor runs warm, doing absolutely nothing. It's one thing, I think this year or last year, actually I think both, this tractor got thrown on a V-rake for a few hours just to, because it was right there. Instead of unhooking the baler and hooking up and then switching back, this just got thrown on there quick. And even just pulling a V-rake, I think it's a 18 wheel or something, 18 or 20, I don't remember, but it takes no power. It is no load for this tractor, and even then it was still about 3/4 of the way up on its operating temp. It's one thing I don't understand about this tractor, but I do like that the fuel and def gauges are actually correct inside as well. Really well done tractor. Of course, got your beer fridge. Always gotta have that. And then of course in ours I've got two-way radio right here, and then right here is my planter box with all of my controls. I think that's how I have it set up, or it's the other way around. Planter box is down here, two-way is up top, and then we got the mic holder on the side there. Yep, so then all your USB ports, cigarette lighter port, all your added on power sources. I forget what they actually call it, but looks like we're just right around half done. It's a long field, that is for sure. This is going to be, we're going to have one heck of a corn crop. I think I've said it before, but just, I'm still mind blown at where we are now on this save game compared to the way I started this farm. And running 2290s and 1370 cases, 44 series John Deere. I got an old International. I think I started with, I don't remember if I started with a 14 or 1600 series, or if I started with a 2388. Can't exactly remember now what I started with for a combine, but definitely a lot smaller and older than what we're running now. and definitely not anywhere near as many cows. I think we're up around 500. I did the calculations one day. I wonder if it shows me here. Anything about cows? No. Darn. I was hoping it would tell me how many cows we own right there, but I guess not. But I think the last time I had counted, I don't remember if I think we've added a few since then, so, but I know the last time I counted our cows and added them all up, we were at 499. So, right under 500, and we've had a few more since then, I believe, so we are definitely around that 500, a little over 500. Perfect. We are just about to the approach into this field right there, so we are just about done. And if we take a peek here, we are all caught up. This is the last one that needs rolling. Mulching's done, lime, everything's seeded. Fertilizer's done on all of them except for the corn. Spraying is done on the oats. You can see on the grass it does have spray need. That's just referring to liquid fertilizer. We could change type 2 to liquid. Wrong one. Because I'm not sure fully yet, I guess. We might spread it or we might spray it. Haven't fully decided on which one I want to do yet, but we are going to do one of the two. We got one full round left after this half round, and then this field is wrapped up. So I was going to go in and look at how many acres roughly this is. I was going to add up all the land totals and then probably add in like, I don't know, 5 acres that we probably worked up at least. I would say 10 down here and maybe 5 up here that we worked up. Just kind of see. It's kind of sucks that once you combine fields together, it doesn't show you, you know, in the additional field info, it doesn't show you an updated acreage. It'd be nice if it did. You know, like, okay, here we are in field 23. It's a total of 33.61 acres. So we have 21.47 on 23, and then field 53 is 4.22. So those two combined is only like 26 acres. So we're still missing 7 acres. Which, I mean, in this case, we're probably farming all of that pretty close. So maybe I'll just go in and go off of the land acres and just remove a couple acres and give us a rough estimate of where we're at. Now, like a lot of times, what I'll do is what I figure. So for every, okay, we got our acre counters here. So if this said, 0.2 acres, I figure that as 20 acres. So if it says 1.2, then that'd be 120 acres. Or like with the hours, every 10th of an hour I count as 1. I just take whatever it says, multiply that by 10, and that kind of brings it a little more to where it would probably be in real life. Like, okay, if we look here, how can I see that? Okay, so it's not going to show me, of course, anymore now. But, okay, if you figure field 53 is only 4 acres, well, that was probably cut off right over in there and came over to this approach here. That would be a lot more than 4 acres. That would be more like 40. So that's kind of how I calculate things in the game. I just figure 10% more or 10 times more of whatever it is saying, and that kind of gives a little more accurate to it. Alright, field 23 roller done. Alrighty folks, well, that's going to do it for today. Tomorrow we'll be probably top dressing corn while Dwight and Tyson are swathing the first cutting of hay. So gonna be busy around here tomorrow, and gonna be kind of the story of things for a little while now. So thanks everybody for tuning in today. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Be sure to subscribe if you like what you see. And as always, folks, we'll catch y'all in the next video.